Good afternoon, it's Pamela from Yorkshire in the north of England. I'm here for the reveal video for By Hook or By Crook, challenge number 3. For this one I chose The Last Books to Book Woodstock by Colin Dexter, and it's an Inspector Morse mystery. As previously described, it is the first book in the series, and I invited you to make something that in reference to that book, Inspector Morse, or the TV series. So I've been thrilled to bits. I've got 7 entries, which I don't think's bad, because it was a good story, but it wasn't a true murder mystery, I don't think. But anyway, we have covered what the outcome of the story was. But I'm thrilled that you've joined in, and that's great. So I don't know whether you could tell, but I'm not well. I've not got a cold, but I am so bunged up. I've got a blinding headache with it. It's all at the front of my face, so I'm really struggling. Plus I've got pain in my arms, which unfortunately is an age thing, and you know, like probably due to I did quite a bit last week crochet wise, so maybe it's to do with that, you know. But anyway, it is what it is, and we won't worry about it. I don't want you to worry about it either. We'll be fine. It'll give it a few days and it'll come back again. So all that being said, I didn't make what I wanted to make for my challenge. I was going to make the holly-haired character. And I can't think of her name now in the show, but she's the student that lives in the house owned by the lady who worked with the victim. She is one of my favourite actresses. This not so much so, but she's played a lot of fun characters in things that I've liked. Particularly, she was Nancy Thorpe in Soldier, and she was just great fun. And then also she was in an Agatha Christie Miss Marple story, one of the Joe Nixon ones, and it was They Do It With Mirrors, and she played Gina, who is the granddaughter of the friend of Miss Marple. So sorry, I'm all higgledy-piggledy, but yeah, she generally plays really fun characters. I really like her. Oh, Dressing for Breakfast as well, that's another one that I enjoyed that she was in. And so I wanted to make that doll, but I just couldn't face doing it. I've just really struggled. So I went to an old, you know, well, it's not an Old Faithful, it's a new pattern. It's the leopard pattern that I got from Little Crochet Farm on Etsy. I went through the patterns the other day, but I just know how quickly I can make these up, so I just made this yesterday. Now, I haven't put the decoration on all the body because I don't really know how I want the decoration for the Jaguar, which I should say it's a Jaguar because Inspector Morse drives a Jaguar in the TV series, although like I said at the beginning, he does drive a Lancia in the books. But yeah, it's very twee doing a Jaguar. I changed the ears, by the way. I didn't like how they were working up, so I just did a little like triangular ear with a picot at the top. I could have probably done better, but like I said, I just don't feel like it. I'm quite chuffed that I've finished what I have, actually. I shouldn't have left it so long. But yes, so the body pattern, I'm not so sure what to do. This obviously I've just used 2 colours and made lines, which it is lines on the pattern, but that's just the one colour for a leopard. If I decide I like it, I'll put it on the arms and head and everything. Otherwise it's coming off and it'll just be a pussycat. But yeah, you can tell me what you think about that, actually. This took great patience yesterday, doing this 6 stitches around for the tail. Obviously, with it, you know, we're not feeling too well. That's my minimum I like to do. If I've got to work in the round, I can just about cope with 6 stitches. But anything lower, I'm not happy. But yeah, so yeah, that's mine. And so, like I say, I'm sorry, it's not what it should have been really, but I'll still do that doll at some point. Whether I'll do it like Holly Head, I don't know, but anyway. So, there we go. There, that's my Jaguar. It's still cute though. It's a cute item no matter what it's supposed to be. I used my 2.5mm hook, and I used the yarns I got for the failed Jaguar pattern. If that pattern had been a good pattern, by the way, it'd have been made by now. But you see, it turned out to be a wrong one, didn't it? So what can you do? So I'd already bought these yarns. So I used 1.5 balls of the Rikarumi DK, and that one's in the colour caramel. So that's for the main body. Then for the paws and the snout, which this would have been for the chest panel as well, had that pattern been a correct pattern. So I've got some of that left over, but this is, well, it'll come in handy for something more cream. But yeah, Rikarumi DK cotton in the colour cream. And for the trim, which I use for the nose and the lines, is just the Rikarumi DK, and that's in the colour chocolate, I think. Yeah, chocolate. So it's a lovely brown. So yeah, I've still got a fair bit of this left, so that, I mean, that'll just go into my cotton stash and it'll be used for something. The eyes and the trim on the eyes are just in scraps of Serdar Happy Cotton in licorice and shower, which I've used before. So yeah, that's that done. I do like the pattern. I don't know if it's good enough for a beginner though, these patterns, because she doesn't explain a lot. But then again, like I say, she does have a lot of tutorials on YouTube, so you know, you would get into how she does patterns. But like, she'll just put like 6 increases, which is fine for someone like me, but you know, I don't know whether it'd be enough explanation for other people, and for, you know, like, not always advising where to. No, she does put stuff in actually. I felt something else where I can't see it now, where I thought she could have explained further, and there's not a lot of pictures either. There are some, but there's not a lot. So like, you've got those on the nose and fastening together, and you've got the ones that sit on the assembly at the back. So not a lot of pictures, but like I say, I can't criticise the woman because the amount of free tutorials she puts out on YouTube, she's amazing. So you can't criticise that, and plus as well, if you do ever watch her, you will get her way of working, so you'll be fine, I think. But yeah, the actual pattern to read, it probably isn't the best for a newbie. Right then, so down to the entries then. So, sorry, I'm going to sound dreadful through this, but it is what it is. Like I say, we'll have to go with it. So I've had 7 entries altogether, and the first one I got was from Ellen at Mousy Makes Pod, who you'll find on YouTube and Instagram. Now, Ellen chose, I'll put a picture at the side, by the way, and then I'll do like a reel of all the pictures I got at the end. Yes, Ellen chose a graduation theme, as Oxford is obviously synonymous with the university, and obviously university have graduations. So she found a cute duckling pattern by Tanya Toplita on Ravelry. Now, it's a paid pattern, and as you'll see on the picture, she's got this lovely little duckling's got a mortarboard on, so very much has just graduated, and she advises that this would be a good pattern for less experienced amigurumi makers, because of the written instructions and lots of pictures. And to make it, she used Scapier's Stone Washed, which I showed in a yarn and all that. I got a lot of that the other day. It's lovely stuff to work with. Next we have Dawn from at Dawn's Crafty Creations _ and she's on Instagram. Now Dawn used the book cover as inspiration for a drawing with watercolour added. She says she's newish to watercolour, but I mean it looks pretty good to me, and she's had fun with it. So she's already a fan of the books and the TV series and the actor, so she knew what she was doing with Morse there. She's obviously she's used the front. I think I put that she used the front of the book for inspiration, which it absolutely is. And then we've got Cassandra from Craftably Ever After, who you'll find on YouTube and Instagram. Cassandra decided to make a fox based on the name of the pub in the TV episode, it was called The Fox and Castle. She believes it had a different name in the book, which I haven't, like I say, I didn't read the book because I've been struggling with getting to read. She used Zomigurumi Favourites, the book Zomigurumi Favourites, which, as you know, big fan of. And this one that she used is called Raindrop the Fox. She used rainbow cotton 8/6 and a 2.5mm hook. And I can testify as well that is a great pattern, and I think that Cassandra enjoyed doing it too. The next one we got was Robin, who is at Crochet Jolly on Instagram. Now Robin chose to make Inspector Morse. The pattern she adapted was Sherlock Holmes by Carla Mitrani. Obviously Carla Mitrani, a great one for making dedicational figures. She changed the hair and she skipped the hat and the cape to make it more in line with the era that Inspector Morse is working in. She used yarn art jeans and a 2.5mm hook. Do you know, so many people are using yarn art jeans. I feel like I should try it. And she's placed him on the picture I put in. She's placed him in front of a painting, which has given it atmosphere. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. That's why I'm trying to do my case, just to give something, a backdrop to things, you know. Then we have Wendy, and Wendy chose to make the victim Sylvia Kay. Now she used a Rikarumi DK cotton like these, and a 2.5mm hook. She used an amalgamations of patterns from Rikarumi, which, as we keep saying, you know, don't ever be frightened to merge patterns. You'll get what you want, you know. Then we have a lovely story then. Kerry, who's Kerry.nosebag on Instagram, who I like to follow. She does marvellous vegan food, and also she's got a fantastic cat called Frosty. They have been wanting to, her and her husband, Robert, have been wanting to try clay modelling. So use this challenge for the first attempt. It turns out that we're all three of us are fans of the Great Pottery Throwdown, but they've been braver than me because they've actually had a go at it. So they have both put a submission in, which I think is marvellous. So first of all, I'm going to go through Robert's submission, and obviously, if you do read the books or you watch the TV show, you will know that Morse enjoys a pint of real ale. So they researched what particular brand he enjoys, and they found a quote from Colin Dexter, who obviously, you know, what Colin likes, he puts in for Morse. So he likes these brands: Adnams, London Pride and Morels. So is formed from clay a pint of Adnams, which they've both said that it's harder to do than they thought it would be, but I think, as you'll agree, when you see the pictures, they've done a fantastic job. And when you consider this is the first go at clay modelling, it's amazing, you know. Kerry herself, who, like I say, is Kerry.nosebag on Instagram, she made a gargoyle, which gargoyles adorn many buildings in Oxford. Now, Frosty the cat acted as muse and an inspector of works for this. She was very interested, apparently, with what mum and dad were making with this clay stuff that they brought into the house. As cats do, they like to inspect what you're doing if it's something new. Well, sometimes if it's something they know about, but you know, they do like to come and watch. So she's included in the model of the gargoyle, and you'll see on the pictures when I do at the end, I will do like my little video of photos at the end with every photo that was submitted. So you'll see her doing her inspections on there. So I put in reply to Kerry when she submitted these items they've made for the challenge. I said to her that Frosty's approval was vital to the success of their endeavour, which obviously is a pun, as it turns out, on the true first name of Inspector Morse. So she said, I apologise for this pun, and she says, no, you should use that. So I think everyone should be rewarded for their endeavour, but I can only give one prize. So that being said, I am going to now turn you around so that I can do the draw. I've already put the names in, but I'll just turn you around so that you can see what I'm doing. I'll just have to put you on pause first though. So there you go, you can see on the wheel that all 7 names have been added. So I am now going to spin the wheel, so just bear with me. Good luck everybody. So we'll spin. So let's see who wins. Oh, it's Kerry. Well done, Kerry. That was a fabulous effort on your part. I mean, obviously to try something new. I'm sure everybody will agree it's a very brave thing to do, to try something new. I'll just turn you round again. Put you on pause first, then turn you round. Hey, I'm back again. I hope you can see me all right. Anyway, congratulations, Kerry. Tell Robert we're sorry he didn't come out, but you know, it's the luck of the draw. And like I say, I wish I could give you all a prize. So I'll be in touch, Kerry, about what voucher you want, and then you can. I'll come on and tell people what she took at some other point. Probably when I do the next challenge, which I am going to put out a video, but I'm going to tell you now what it is, because you can see if you can get it free on any mediums. I meant to look that up first, but I will look it up for my introduction video for it. But I've picked Gosford Park, and I think it's especially poignant to pick that one. It's the one I wanted to do, but then as most of you will be aware, Dame Maggie Smith, who is like one of our national treasures, has died this week, and of course she's in that film. So I'm really glad now that I've picked that one. I think it's a fantastic tribute to her. So, and I want to pay tribute to her because she is a fantastic actress. So yeah, that's the one I'm picking for the next one, Gosford Park. Like I say, I've had positive feedback for it just being a film. I hope that you can all get it on some medium. I'll try and do some research into exactly what you can get it on. But yeah, I hope that's okay with you all. But I will be back with an introduction video for it, and I will mention what Kerry took as a prize on that as well. So take care of yourselves. I'll see you.